Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Latin
Latin Voices.
voices. Ra-ra-ra-ra-ra.
Okay, so today we have a special topic again, another good one. So, living your dream life. So, the lifestyle benefits of an online business. So, that's the topic for today. But like usual, before we dive into our topic, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy, and I'm originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Hello, hello. Hi a todos. Hola a todos. My name is Jessie. Well, my name is Yesenia. Everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba and I own my own business online.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a proud digital business owner, and mentor.
Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Isabel. As you know, every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, just register in any of the websites that are on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar, which we have one tonight. So we have one every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So there's one tonight. Just you can register in any of the websites and we'll send you that link to catch the webinar. So what are you going to be watching on the webinar? Well, you're going to learn how our online business plan works, and also you get the chance to hear from members of our community who are going to be sharing, their testimonials. So why they decided to start their online business, and also how this online business has transformed their lives. So you gonna see in a few minutes who are going to be the hosts and panelists from tonight's live webinar. In addition to that, you also get invited to our private Facebook group where you get to see members of our community who are having success in our community. Repeating, but yeah, sorry, I had a early day today. Okay, so you're going to be able to see that and also some information about the business. Also, when you register into our website, you also receive a link to watch the replay just in case you cannot um, attend the live webinar today. And on that same email, you also have another link to register for every Tuesdays or Tuesdays live webinar. So that link will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. So let's see who are the hosts and panelists from tonight's live webinar.
Okay, so like Sandy already said, we have live webinars every Tuesday and Thursday. You can always register on our websites, on our the sites that you see on the screen, and you can either watch the live webinar or you can watch the replay, so whichever one you have time for. Our host for tonight is going to be Guy. She's a regional manager for home and renovation company. We also have Stephanie. She's a healthcare administrator. Carol is a healthcare social worker, and Melissa is an enforced policy specialist, digital entrepreneur.
Okay, so also we're going to have Kubarat. She work on healthcare administrator. Ritu, hospital industry. Nicholas and Charity, business analytic and data analytic. And then we have Pauline, she's a nurse. So all these people are going to be on a live webinar. Uh, Mi gente, today is Thursday, February 20. Remember, 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST. So the only thing that you have to do is register in any of our website and you will get access to this live webinar. All right. If you cannot watch it, don't worry. We send you the replay.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. Yes, and also our replace has subtitles in any languages, and our live webinar has now subtitles in 5 languages: that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so let's dive in into our topic for today. So let's start with asking you the question: What? Oh, sorry. What does your dream life look like? So let's close your eyes for a moment and picture this. Are you ready? Okay. So waking up when you want, not when the alarm clock demands. Okay. And then traveling without asking for permission or saving vacation days. Spending more time with your kids, partners, or family. Pursuing passions you never had time for. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the truth. This is the reality for people who took a chance on themselves and built an online business. So today we are diving deep into the lifestyle benefits of an online business and how um, it allows us to live life on our own terms. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so and then so for today we're going to be talking about 2 points. So the first one is the reality of the traditional 9 to 5, and also why an online business is the key to lifestyle freedom. So let's go back to the first point. So, the reality of the traditional 9 to 5. So, for years, we have been taught that success looks like this: go to school, get a degree, work the 9 to 5 or longer for 40 plus years, hope for retirement if we're lucky. But let's be honest, how many people do we know who are exhausted, overworked, and still struggling financially? Well, I think we see that a lot. Um, I mean, on other lives, we were talking about people who were supposed to be already retired and still working in the supermarkets as cashier. And that's the sad truth. So that's why we are here to try to open your eyes and have a better life with having an online business. You create that lifestyle that you don't have to work even after passing the retirement age. Okay. So, second question for you: how many parents miss their kids' milestone because they're always working? Yeah.
Yes.
Isabel can talk a little bit about that later. But um, the other question for you is: how many people dream of traveling but feel tied to their job? I think all of us. Um, so this is why we started looking for something different, something that allows us to create financial and live a fulfilling life that we can do anything that we want. So, talking about all these different points, let's talk a little bit about this. Let's see. Well, for seeing the working of the 9 to 5, I've been working for 25 years. I think this year will be 26 years. So that's just an example of that. How many people do we know we are exhausted, overwork? Yeah, for example, like for me, like I work in the movie industry and I usually work 12 hours per day. When I started to work, and that was when I was younger, that was even worse. I used to work like um, 15 to 17 hours per day. But that's not counting all the driving that I had to do to get to work, back and forth. Okay. So by the time I was making more than 75 hours per week, and that's a lot of hours. So when I got home, I was tired. Saturday was for me, my recuperating day. And then Sunday was, to be able to do my laundry and prepare for all the rest of the week. So that was no really life. I mean, I was young, and I had the energy, but I got to the point, like I transitioned then into the office. You're looking for better a better life. So I reduced my hours from 15, 17 hours to 12 hours per day. And I was still young, so that was okay, but years pass and then you start feeling it. Your body is not the same. You get older. You don't have the same energy as you used to. And then also, like I was the one usually closing the office. So I was doing the night shift. And most of the time, I was working like night or overnight. And that's hard because summertime, like it's the days are short, and then you have the bright sun, and then you're trying to sleep, and it's bright and sunny. But I did it, and but I got to a point back in 2018. That's when I saw like, okay, I think I need something else. I want a better lifestyle for me. I don't see myself working until 67 years old, doing those long hours. And also, I had aging parents that I need to take care of them because I'm the only one here in Canada. Um, so with my working hours, that was going to be difficult, So, but even then, like all of us, we still working, staying in the same place until we have that wake up call. So that was my wake up call happened on 2023, when there was a strike in the U.S. In the film industry, and that's when I saw this opportunity, um, because the summertime for us is the busy season, and that year 2023 we were not able to work for that busy season. So, and when we don't work, we don't get paid. That's how our industry is. Um, so that made me realize, what, yes, like usually, I work during the busy season and take the winter season off. um, but I know how to save the money. But then, like you're not expecting, like the busy season to not be able to work. So that was a wake up call for me that I needed to have something else, you know. And that's when I started to look. And then, by the grace of God, something appeared and made me say, "Watch this," because I skipped so many ads before. But somehow this one told me like, "You got to watch this," and I said, "Okay, fine, I'll watch it. What do I get to lose?" So I did. And then, when I did, it was the best decision I ever made. So that setback turned out to be a blessing. And here I am today, very grateful for that opportunity because now I'm going to be able to be there for my parents, when they're going to need me. And I'm going to be able to retire early and have that financial independence. So no worry about the money. So that's what we are working towards here. So, that's my story for the traditional 9 to 5. What about you, girls?
Okay, so Sandy, um, I will tell you first, what do I dream? Okay. I
Okay.
dream of life. That was me. I want to travel all around the world. I'm Cuban. I had never been able to get out of Cuba. So I moved to Canada because I'm married a Canadian. So I moved here and my eyes open and was like, oh my gosh, I need to know more. So I want to travel all around the world. And of course, we're pretty familiar. So I want to spend more time with my family. And to do all of that, I need time freedom and financial freedom. So that was my wants. And then I realized that word that things didn't happen like that. You have to, if you want something, you have to work for it. You have to do something about it. And I come here. Yes, I did my English. I went to school. I graduate. I'm a registered nurse, and I was like, yes, it's the time to make money. I can do this. I can help all my family back home, and I can travel. Reality come in, and guess what? As a nurse, you don't have enough. They don't give you a lot of time off. That's the first one. And at that time was COVID time. No one was traveling, but was really hard to get a full-time job. So there was a lot of part-time jobs available and a lot of temporary. So a lot of nurses like me, they have 2 to 3 jobs to be able to supplement that full-time job,
Mhm.
So doing that give you the results. Not being at home all the time, being at work, working a lot, yes, making good money, but not be able to travel, not be able to be with my family. So my dream is start like cracking up. I knew that I will not be able to make it, and I didn't know what to do about it because when you grow up, they tell you you go to school, you get a degree, and
Mhm.
you work for your money, and your money will grow. That's not true. That's not true. Let's be real. You have to do something about for your money to grow. Because if you do your normal life, you're making money, but at the same time, you're spending all the money because things are expensive. So you need to eat, you need to help your family, you need to dress. And when you get to at the end, you don't have nothing left to travel or nothing for presents or anything like that. So that's my story. But yeah, so I realized that like I was seeing it, like a lot of nurses that were related with me, they were trying to retire, they were working hard, saying 2 to 3 jobs, and they were telling me, Jesse, this is our life, that's okay. This is what I choose to because I love helping people. But they were like, when you're able to retire, it's gonna be 65 or 66, and that if you're not sick. Well, that combined a little bit, 65, 65 until you're not sick. but, but you know what that means? That means that all the money that you save, all that time that you didn't travel, that you didn't spend with your family, they're gone.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
now you're sick, or you're not able to do the things that you want. A lot of people wait because that's what we're brainwashed, to be 65 to retire, and maybe you'll be able to enjoy your life. You'll be able to enjoy your living. That's not surviving. Like that's not living, that's surviving.
Yeah.
But it was a wake-up call because a lot of nurses where I was, they were all over, like they were not young nurses, they've been there forever. Most of them, they have a full-time position, and they have worked on this company for so long. And it's a lot about seniority. The company take care of them, but to get a full-time job, you have to be on the company for like 10 to 12 years. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, how hard is that? Like, what are we not able to get a full-time job? That was my thinking as a nurse, no, at the beginning. Well, this is not enough for me. I cannot work, 4 times a week, no, like 4 chef every 2 weeks or something like that. And I'm not able to make my be able to put food on my table, help my family back home, send money, because that's what we do as a Latin, or as an immigrant, because we came to this country for a better future, for that better life, to be able to help the people back home. So started realizing that I wasn't able to do, like, if I was doing that, and I barely have nothing left, and we live in Canada, things were getting expensive, so the bills were going higher. And that's when we see a lot of people getting these big debts,
Mhm.
because they don't know how to use their money, they don't know how to interact their money to it, they don't know how to use the debit cards, all that kind of stuff, and they don't know how to use it in a good business, so I was really blessed, as you, Sandy, I say, that I found this business, no. I saw a nurse. Oh my, she was like, let's not call that Jessie. She was let's see, she was one of the seniors nurse. She's been there for a while. No, but she was a part-time nurse, but she was not young. And I realized that she was always on her phone and doing things and talking about her business. And I already have wake up, I knew that I need something. I knew I need a change, that can be different where you are, because I knew that the money that I was making was leaving at the same time, and I didn't have nothing. Like, when I don't know if you see those videos that you put in water and you try to pick out the water, but they're all wrung out because there was nothing left. And then I came up with she presented me the business, and I really like what I see, because what she present me and what can I see about the business, I saw myself be able to have the dreams I talked about in the beginning. Remember
Mhm.
that I knew that we'll be able to travel more. I knew that we'll be able to spend more time with my family. And of course, having that would give me time freedom and financial freedom. And I'm working on that goal. So yes, and that's the reality of the 9 to 5. We're not saying it's not bad. It will help you to get to your goal,
Mhm.
but really, really slow. And we don't want to surviving at 65. No, we want living at 65.
Yeah, and quick question for you, because I know we have an other, like, so many nurses in our online business owner community, and one of the things, like, I think you have to meet some requirement working years in order to qualify for the pension that you guys have, the
Yes.
benefit. So,
Yes. So as
so
a
if you said,
temporary,
yeah,
oh, okay, tell me the
no,
question.
no, 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 go ahead, because you're the one who knows more than me.
But as a temporary or as a part-time, you're not getting the full benefits,
It's,
you're not getting the whole thing. So if you are temporary, you're not getting nothing.
Mhm.
You're just getting your pay and the extra chef, and then you pick up, as a part-time, you get like a 50% of the benefits, but not all, so you're not all covered. And we all know how nursing is. Nursing is really tiring, and you are a lot with people, so a lot of burnout, a lot of back pains for you work at the bedside, as I do. So yeah, so we get, it came with the office. I love what I do, but I knew myself that to be able to have that, I need a change. Yeah, so but that's reality, no? And not just nursing, probably a lot of jobs out there that they have that. And it's really sad that you're not able to, or start thinking about like going to thinking about the bill when you have thinking about your health at the same time. So
yeah.
Yeah. Well, before I go, we have some comments.
oh,
Yes, we have we have Ole Masiaya Molel Mambusin.
Vamos a ver.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for your comment.
thank you for coming, Ole.
We also have Urvi Hinku. Hello, ladies.
Hi,
Hello.
Thank you
Urvi.
for watching. Thank you for your
Thank you for
comment.
watching.
She says she's watching from.
Live in
Florida.
Florida. Nice. Thank you
I
for
hope
watching.
you have good weather over there.
Yes.
Yes,
It's so cold here in Canada.
it's
Yeah,
raining here in Vancouver.
it was snowing this morning over here, so I hope they have better weather.
Yes, we also have some emojis and likes here from Urvi Hinku, Hausene Batola, Donian U Digital, Ole Masiaya Molel, Tendai MW, Berlin Pavros. So thank you for all your emojis, and thank you for watching.
Irby said they have awesome weather over there. Oh, I want
Oh,
to be over
nice.
there. I love
Let's
sunny
go. Let's go to Urvi's
Yeah.
house.
I know. I love Florida when I go visit my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to go to the beach.
Yes. So going to my story about the reality of the traditional job or the 9 to 5. In my case, it was never a 9 to 5. Mine was more like a 5 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, because I didn't work like in the professional field, like as a nurse or anything like that for the government. So where I worked, it was early, early, early. But before I go there, I am from Mexico, and I am one of 7 children. And even when we lived in Mexico, I remember my parents working like from dawn to the afternoon, and they always came home so tired, so tired. And so when they decided to move here, I wasn't happy about it. I didn't want to move. I was happy over there. I was like, why do we have to move? I didn't understand, you know. But they decided that we had to move, and so we came here. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all for any of us because we had to adjust to something different, something completely unknown. We didn't know the language. We didn't know like the thing, how everything worked. My parents had to leave early in the morning to go to work, and the older kids, we had to watch the younger kids. And so to me, it was always I always saw it as a sacrifice, the way that they were doing things, because they didn't have time for them. They didn't have time to really enjoy their family, because they had to work. They had too many kids to begin with, so they had to, provide for all of us. And we were helping. Yes, we were helping as much as we could. But from then, I knew that being an adult, being a parent, it wasn't easy. And in my mind, I always thought, I'm gonna, go to school. I'm gonna, try to get better jobs or whatever. But I started working when I was 15, and my parents worked for a farmer, so we used to work out in the farm. They used to collect sweet potatoes, cucumbers. All that is really hard work, because I don't know if anybody knows how that gets done, but you have to be bending down all day, picking that stuff, putting them in buckets and putting them in the truck. And so when you get home, your back hurts from doing all that. It's physical work. And when I was doing that, I was like, I don't do it as hard as they do, because the more that you pick up, the more that you get paid. And I was 15, and I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I can, but I'm not gonna like really throw myself out there. But at the same time, I was thinking, I was like, I don't see myself doing this all my life. This is like so hard. And my parents were like, at that time, they must have been like in their late 40s or somewhere in the 40s. I could not imagine how they felt every day coming home doing that day after day. And I was always thinking, for me, I was like, I gotta get something better. So I started out doing that. Then after that, I was working in a factory packing chicken. So, it wasn't much better because I didn't like the smell. And I was like, there's no way I can be doing this, because when you have, I don't know, when you cut chicken at home, even when you're gonna cook, if you're cutting chicken, you get chicken juices on you. Imagine working in a factory packing chicken. You were dirty at the end of the day. So after doing that, I was doing a night shift for that. Then I moved on to being a waitress. So I just moved on to a restaurant, being a waitress. And that job was also demanding, because I don't know if you ever worked in that environment, but hungry people or mean people, that they have excuses for everything. Oh, I didn't want this on my food. And they were always like mean. And even though I was making good tips, I was like, I don't know if this is the thing I want to do again. So I worked in so many jobs. From there I went to a printing. I really liked that job, by the way. I was printing different things. I was printing like baby bottles. I was printing shampoo bottles. But I was in charge of putting the ink in the machine and making sure that it was coming out with the image and it was perfect. I don't know if you ever do this, but since I know about it, every time I have a bottle of anything, I check to see if it's good quality. and I'm like, these people were not doing their jobs. So so I did that, and after that I went and moved on to corporate, and that's where I worked for a retail. It's a large company. And that's where I spent most of my years. I worked over 20 years in there. I had different roles within the company, but I already had kids. And so that's where the whole thing started, because it was at the beginning, I really enjoyed doing the job and everything. But as I moved up, I had more responsibility, more things I had to do, longer hours and stuff. And I was always tired when I came home. And I used to go pick up my kids. I used to get them up at 4 in the morning so I could take them to the sitter. And then at the end of my shift, I used to go pick them up, bring them home. But after I took my kids, my babies from the car seat and hugged them, and sometimes, they were dirty, they had a rash, they had like milk in their neck from like being sitting, eating, and whatever. And that was it was a pain for me. It was very painful because I was like, why am I giving my time away and not caring for my kids, not being there for them? And, in my mind, I was always thinking about, there's got to be something better. There's got to be something better. And I was thinking about that the whole time for many years, but I was never looking physically or actively looking for a solution. I was just thinking about it. Um, so really, everything changed when my eldest was getting ready to go to college. And I was like, there's no way, she's leaving me. She's going to go to college. And as we all know, when you go to college and after you get done with your career, what are you going to do? You're going to move out. You're going to have your own life. You're going to do your own job, whatever. And you're not going to go back to your parents and spend time with them, or not as much as you or them would like to. And so that was like my day when I felt devastated. And I was like, I gotta look for something else. This is the time. I still have two other kids that I can, provide better time, quality time, spend more time with them. And that's when I really decided to look for something different. And it took me, because that was late in 2020, and it wasn't until 2023 when I found this opportunity. And I've been very blessed and very happy to have found it, because it has really changed my life in so many ways. And especially as a mother, it has impacted me deeply, because now I have the time that I wanted from my kids now. I don't have to wake up to an alarm. I get up, I take my son to school, and, I know that he knows I'm here for him. I can go pick him up. I can cook breakfast for him, be there for him, and spend the time that kids really need, especially as teenagers. I mean, kids need you throughout their life, but, teenager life is very hard, because they're going through all these changes. And you want to be there for them, because you don't want them to start doing something that is not good for them. You want to really pay attention to what they're doing. And I'm happy that I have that time for my son. So that's my story about the 9 to 5. It was very long, but I just wanted to go through the whole thing, and just explain how is it that a lot of times we're stuck thinking inside our head, but we're not really taking action. And my thing was the doubts, and thinking that I wasn't capable, that I wasn't prepared, that I didn't have the experience. But come to find out that this opportunity, I didn't need any of that, because it gave me everything step by step. And so that's why I'm here. And I want to inspire, and motivate other mothers out there that, yes, you can do this too. You just have to take that leap of faith. You have to take action, and you'll see how you transform your life.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to miss any milestone from your kids. You want to be there. Okay, so Urvi Hinku say welcome all. So thank you.
Hey, we have a house.
Let's go.
And we do have more emojis and comments. We have one from DB Crew DB. And then we have also emojis from Jaja, Jacita, Malcolm Gordon, Mohamed Bangura, and Nurvi Hingu, and Hussein Batola.
Mhm.
Thank you for all your emojis. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
Thank you.
watching.
everyone,
Thank
for all
you.
the emoji and all the love.
Okay, so second point, why an online business is the key to lifestyle freedom. Okay, so here is why this business model is changing lives. Okay, so one of the reasons is we're going to be talking about location independence, more time for family, pursuing passions, unlimited income potential, and flexibility and work life balance. So let's start first with location independence. So work from anywhere in the world, no office, no commute, just a laptop, Wi-Fi, and the freedom to choose where to live and work. Okay, so I'll start first about this one. So location independence. Yeah, that was another reason why, I decided to start. When I saw this online opportunity, the first thing that caught my attention was because I love to travel. Okay, but I also was looking for something, a business that I can take with me anywhere. So I wasn't attached to one place. And when I saw this online opportunity, that was one of the things that it gives you, the portability of the business. So my parents love to go back to Panama and visit family, and we visit, also, my brother and my sister in the US. So I want to be able to, take my business with me and not don't worry about, how long I stay. If I want to stay 6 months, I stay 6 months, and be able to know that, also I have that financial stability, right? So when I saw this and I saw all the portability that this business had, you only need a laptop, Wi-Fi, and internet and your cell phone, sorry. Yeah, it really works. I mean, and we tried that because, we well, actually, the three of us in different occasions. I mean, Jessie went to Mexico and she was doing her business over there. Isabel and I, we went to Japan and we were doing our business over there. Um, Including, we did lives in our locations where we were.
Mhm.
Like, Jessie interviewed us, the two of us, while we were in Japan. And then after that, we interviewed Jessie while she was over there in Mexico. So you can take your business anywhere. So this is what we love about this business, the portability of the business, and even, like the normal day in your life. Like I love the fact that, I'm present here with my parents. I can go have dinner and lunch and breakfast with them. And I don't have to do that commute. Because normally when I was working in the movies, and they were working at the time, I wasn't seeing them many times because, either I was leaving early in the morning before they left. And then when I was coming back, they were already sleeping, so I didn't see them until the weekend. So that's not life. Okay, so because you want to be able to be present for your family. So this business allows you to be present for your family and have a business that accommodates to your schedule and not the other way around.
Mhm.
So what about you guys?
Yes, I love the location freedom. You can go everywhere, and I think what that was. I wasn't looking for a business myself at that time, but when they present me the business, I was like, wow, I can actually look my business everywhere. I can actually be contacting people anywhere. I don't have to be, clock in or clock out.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be like in a specific time. So that's something that I like. And the place I can do at home. I don't have to go away from my family, when I'm with them. Or one thing that last year, just to pick up a day, my husband birthday was November 23. So we were on dinner, and I that day I signed a contract, and we were on dinner and we were having fun, but I was also I was not home. I was in someone else's business, but I was making business. So that's how amazing this opportunity, and the financial time, the location, and you can work everywhere and it's always there for you. But one thing, we maybe touch the topic later, but one thing that I wasn't aware that will happen for me is the personal growth. That's something that it actually like shake me. I was expecting, because you start a business, of course you want to make money. That was the first thing. But like I was expecting, okay, I can do this. I saw everyone doing it. If people can do it, or she can do it, or these people were able to get their goals or achieve their dreams, I can do it too. So that was my mentality, and I want this, and I just had to work with it. But I never thought that would be able to change, personally, like call they call personal growth, like making your own decisions and be more focused and a better person. I never thought that will come up part of the online business, that will be the package from this online business. So there is there is nothing better out there, seeing the history of other people. They are living their dreams and you get inspired, and then you start seeing it on your own life, because you get inspired for them, saying, okay, this, oh my gosh, that's look good. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to become. I wish I get there, but when I put the work, I start seeing the change. And you're like, wow, I can do this now. And that's what we want. Not we're showing this to everyone, to all the people. We're doing this live constantly to show people that is possible, and show them that we're a real person. That uh, we can be your coworker, we can be your sister,
Neighbor.
your family member. But we just wake up, we make, as Isa said, one thing that stuck with me, like she was thinking for so many years that she needed change, but she never did it. And sometimes we just need someone to tell us, hey, you need a change. Someone to, oh, poo, 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 poo. You need a change. So that's why we are here. We're telling you, you need a change, and your change is be able to is achievable. All of these dreams that we able to have and connect is because we have this online business, and we have the proof. They have our proof in our community. We have the proof in ourselves, and we want you to have the same develop, and the same grow, and the same financial growth, and location, financial freedom, or time freedom. We want the same for you, because if you grow, we all grow. And it's just amazing, like waking up and realizing that everything that they tell you when you were growing up is not true, that you are actually are able to change your future. You're actually able to work on your future. Like, it's not like oh, you born as your mom and dad, they were cleaners, this is the only thing you can do. You were not able to have breakfast or lunch because your parents were not able to afford it, or or you have to eat less because a specific reason. But now you can do something, so you don't be that your past. To create your future, you need to change you need to compare from your past. So you just need to do it right now. Register, wash. All right, Isa, I pass it to you.
As immigrants, I think we all love to travel because it's already in us. Either we have to go back home and visit family, or who doesn't like to, visit or get to know new places? I think we all do. And that's one thing that really I enjoy about this business is the fact that I can go wherever and still be able to manage my business. I was in Mexico a week ago, and I went to visit my grandfather. He's 98, and I wanted to go spend some time with him. And he lives like out in the countryside. So while I was over there, I was able to make lives and everything. Maybe it wasn't the greatest quality because the internet was, not very strong, but still, I was able to connect with my business. I was getting leads. I was able to answer inquiries while I was there. All I need really is my phone, because yes, you need a computer, but you can do so much of it from your phone. And I was having time over there with my grandfather, and even though right now he's not able to really walk, he's on a walker and he can move with a walker, and he can't see that well, but he was so happy because all my sisters and I went over there to visit him, and he was so happy the whole time we were there. He was the neighbors said, we can tell he's happy because we can hear him singing. And we're like, wasn't he singing before? He said he used to sing a lot years ago, but he hasn't been for the longest time. So he was so happy, and we got to learn so much from our history, just from how he started life, all the things that he went through in life to get to where he got. And we were like learning a lot, and knowing things that we do, things that we've been doing, but we didn't know where we got them from. And so now we know, we have a lot that we have. I don't know. I would like to say that we got it from our grandfather, and we didn't even know. But it was such a happy time. My parents over there too, and we were able to do so many things and visit the places that we used to like enjoy as kids, as teenagers. And I was like, I love doing this, having the time to be with my family and still be able to take care of my business. And a lot of times people really think that to do this business you need the experience, that there is like some kind of requirement that you don't need any of that. you know I just told you my story. I didn't know anything about this business. I always did all other kinds of work, but nothing related to a business, nothing related to social media, and nothing related to you know, dealing with other people. I didn't do any like customer service or anything like that. And I'm doing this business. Yes, I didn't know anything, but this business provides everything. And you can travel without having to worry about days of work missed, or having to worry about the limited time they're going to give you to travel, because you decide at that moment. You decide how long you want to be wherever you want to be. And maybe while you go on vacation to your country, you decide that you want to visit another country on your way back. You can always do that and run your business at the same time. That's a possibility that you have with this program that we have. We have automation. You have the benefit of the portability because you take it with you wherever you go, and you don't have to worry about any of it. So don't be like me, and it'll take you 20 years before you actually decide to take action. This is the time. This is the time to where you can work from your home, take care of your family, and still earn money from the comfort of your house while you do the things that you love. I love to like go out and play. I'm all about sports. And that's one of the things I didn't have time to do anymore because I was so busy with my daily schedule, with the daily routine. And now, after we get good weather, I can actually go out again and start doing the things that I like. But a lot of times we have things that we love, things that we enjoy, but we just don't have time to do it. And that's the beauty of this business. You decide if you want to take the morning off and go do the hobbies that you love. You go do that, and then in the afternoon and the evening you can work on your business, and nobody's going to tell you anything because it's your business. So you decide how to run it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so the single point was more time for family. We cannot touch that a little bit. So instead of trading time for money, we build systems that work for us, so we can spend more time with our loved ones. We mentioned a couple of that. Isabel mentioned about her be present for her son at home, and same thing for me. Be present for my parents. And then Jessie now is present for she's present for her husband and her mom who is visiting at home. Um, so the other one we have is pursuing passions. So whether it's traveling, starting a new hobby, or giving back to the community, an online business create the space to do what we truly love. So you can get to do the stuff that you love. Like, for example, I love social dance. Uh, Isabel mentioned, about going out and do sports. I wish I could do sports, but I need to find like someone to do sports because most of my friends don't like to do sports. But Isabel, you gotta move to Vancouver.
Now you move over here. The weather is over
One.
here. The weather is better here, so we can go to sports.
Well, I don't get that much snow as you get.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one is unlimited income potential. So a 9 to 5 has a salary cap, but here our income grow based on our efforts, not on what a boss decides to our value. Because really, when we work for someone, we're really putting a price to ourselves, and we value more than that, but we really don't see that in ourselves because we are so conditioned, that you have to go a job, and like you gotta work, so whatever salary that they give you. And they have been like a survey asking, people are afraid to ask for a raise.
Mhm.
So a
Yeah.
lot of people are afraid to ask for a raise, so they keep working for the same salary that they get, um, when they know that they are meant to be receiving more than that, but they're afraid to ask. So with the online business, you are the one who set up how much you want to make, really, because like, and the beauty of this is passive income. Okay, at the beginning when you start with very um low commissions, but as you go, it's like the compound, it keeps increasing, and really you put the cap until when you want to work, but until how much you want to make, but you can make as much as you want. That's
Yes.
the truth, yeah. But but this is not like a rich quick scheme. Like I say, it starts, little by little. So the other one is flexibility and work-life balance. So no rigid schedules. We build a business around our lives instead of living around our jobs. And I think we kind of touched that also.
Yeah.
Um, you know, uh, Jesse, you were giving an example of you, how the business work around your schedule.
Oh, amazing. I'm not thinking now. The reality is I had changed. I'm not wanting anymore a full-time job
Mm.
because I have more time with my family now. Yes, I've said part-time, but I didn't see that before. I was a part-time, but because I want that full-time, I was working a lot. I was doing double shift, extra shift, picking up hours, So I didn't was enjoying those time off they have with my family. I was just trying to be on the phone to pick out chef. I wasn't actually enjoying. Like I sometimes I think we were going for dinner. I have to, and I see a chef coming in. I was like, oh, I cannot do this, and I was trying to get that chef, because I want that more money. Because I was comparing I was thinking like a full time is more money. I would be able to get all these benefits, all these things. But now I don't think that way. Why? Because I'm able to earn from home. I'm not worried about that financial burden. So now instead of being thinking, oh, I have my phone to pick up a chef. Now I'm thinking, oh, someone contact me about the business. Let me answer them. Someone have a question about the business. There you go. Let me send me mentions. Let me send me an email. Because I think like it's just as I say, it's just a personal growth
Mhm.
that came out with the business, because you start realizing that those small things are the things that matter, because now the time they have at home, that I can spend it with my mom with no problem. Now this here, I can go for a walk my dog with no problem. This 9 months now, I have more time with my husband. We can go for dinners or walks or whatever, but now I have more time for him. Before, we barely were seeing each other. We actually more attached now. Before, but like, and it happened, because you are so focused, each of you, like your partner, each one had different work. So one go to work, the other one to work 9 to 5. Sometimes you go back at 12 hours, like go back at 7. He's here at home around 8, thinking and say, "Hi, honey, how's your day? Well, we want to talk about this. You just want to eat, go to bed." So you can do the same thing the next day. So now you actually I'm paying more attention to my husband. We're actually having more time as a partners. And we're actually there for each other, and I think we appreciate that, like, we can hold hands. I'm not saying that we know holding hands before, but like, more often. Before, you are just too focused, because I think I had that burden about the money, that I needed to send money to my family, that I needed to pay the bills. But now, because I already have that money coming in, that residual money coming in, it's not like a lot of money at the moment, because it's just my business. Not it's growing, but it's not like completely full grown, but it's going to be, but it's not as before. That was just, oh my gosh, I need to pick up like crazy. So I think that's the difference, and I'm so happy and blessed, as I said before, that I form part of this business, and I want to just continue helping other people to found this business, because if he's doing this for me, guys, and imagine what can I do for you, you know so if you have more goals than me, and you have that driving more than me, just think about what this business can do for you. So just contact us, and we tell you what to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isabel has a milestone that because of this business, she was able to be here, to be there today for his son milestone.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I couldn't do that before. I couldn't do that before because I was at work and I had to ask for time off ahead of time, and it depended what time of the year it was, to see if I got my time off. And my son went and got his permit, and I was able to be there with him, and we waited long hours because I don't know how things work in other countries, but here apparently you have to make an appointment, and you have to make an appointment three it's like 3 months out. And if you don't have an appointment, you have to go sit in there and wait to see if they get to you. And I was able to do that because I'm not working for anybody. I decide what I want to do with my time. And I'm like, yes, I have the time to sit and wait. Let's wait. And my son was like, Mom, we've been here forever. Let's go. I'm like, no, we're not going. After I already waited for 2 hours, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to make my time worth. So I'm like, no, we're going to wait more. And we're going to wait. And finally, when they said, hey, who was here? At the beginning and didn't have an appointment. Oh, we ran to the line. We were. And he was able to get his permit, and he was so happy. He had been studying for that. And I kept asking him, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And so they canceled school yesterday because it was snowing. And I'm like, okay, well, since you can go to school, we're going to go, something useful. We're going to go get your permit. And he was so happy that he did get it. But something else I want to add is, like, I think when you're in this routine, when you're doing this life, or you're always stressed about everything, because you don't have the time that you need really to have the clarity and to really breathe and have that peace. Everything happens so fast, and you feel like you have more things to do than you do have time. that mentality changes when you come into the business with all the training that we have and all the people that you're surrounded with. It's like everything slows down, you don't feel that urge to be running and doing things anymore, because at the end, what really matters is you and your family, and you want to enjoy the time with them, and you want to really value those moments, because those moments are never coming back anymore. you
Mhm.
know and yes, you'll have another day that you can maybe be more productive, do more work, but if there's something going on with your family, that's the main thing that you should be focused about, not about working or pleasing other somebody else. You should be focused on them, and then tomorrow, a year later, 20 years later, you're going to be so happy that you did that. So yes, I know Jesse mentioned about personal growth, but it's really mindset. It's all about the mindset, and the peace that you get when you really sit down and reflect, and really have that time of reflection to think, what is it that is more important for you? What is the things that you should value, and how can you get better at you know self development? How can you get better on developing or adopting a better mindset, um, and giving your family the best of you? you know not the person who's mad all the time, not the person who doesn't have time for them, not the person who's always running angry and, oh, you want me to do everything. No, they want to see you happy. They want to see the person that is gonna help them and be there for them, support them in every way. And you can only do that when you're okay, because if you're not okay, you cannot do anything for them. So that's the piece that this business has given me, the piece where I can really sit down and listen to my son, and like Jesse said, have more time for my husband, because when you're in that routine and the both of you have different shifts or different hours, one comes in, the other one goes out, or you come home and you got to go out and run errands and do things, and you don't have the time that you really need to have a, what do you call it, a good relationship, because you want to have that happiness. You really want to offer the other person the best of you, and you can only do that when you're feeling at your best.
Yes, that's right. You also have to change that employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset. And because with the entrepreneur mindset, you can do all this stuff, having that time for your family and be able, to do your business and keep growing your business.
Mhm.
Okay, so question for the audience. So what do the three of us and all the people in our online global online community have in common? Okay, so here is your answer. We all stopped setting for a life that dictated by work, and we took action to create a new lifestyle. And that's the difference, um, that we have compared to the other person, and that we have in common. We took action. We decided to change because change is needed. Even though, and the sad part is that we know that we need change, but we don't take action. We stay in the same place.
Yeah, we decided to face our fears, like, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. I don't want to do that because I don't know if that's for me. Oh, I'm not capable of doing that. Like, you have to, like, really trust yourself. Just think about all the things that you're doing for somebody else, because you're working for somebody else. Think about all the things that you have to learn year by year to keep that job, or to improve in that job, to get a better position in that job. Think of all the things that you're doing, all the trainings, all the sacrifices, all the hours away from home. And why can't you do that for something that is going to be years? something that you're going to own and something that you're going to decide if you want to work, later in the day, in the morning, in the middle of the day, or from wherever you want. So you can do this.
Yeah. So, question for you: what's holding you back? Okay. So, the biggest regret most people have isn't failure, it's not trying. So, that's the biggest regret.
Mhm.
So, here we are challenging you. Let me just put the question here for you. So, we are challenging you to ask yourself, are we willing to stay in the same cycle, or are we ready to build a life of freedom? So, if you're ready to take the first step toward living life in your own terms, drop freedom in the comments and send us a message to learn how to start this online business so you can start changing your life. So send us a message or register in the websites that appear on the screen and with your name and email address, and we'll send you that information. We actually have a live webinar tonight that you can attend, and then you can learn, how our online business plan works, and you get to hear testimonials from members of our community. So this is your opportunity. If you're watching today, this maybe this was meant to be for a reason for you. Maybe you need some change in your life, and you're being pushing it, but maybe this is your wake up call. Maybe this fall in your feed for a reason. So if you're watching this and you want to know more, you got nothing to lose. It's just free info session. You can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So our webinars happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So when you register, you will get a link to register for the live webinar. So I will take you to a page that has two buttons, one for Tuesdays and one for Thursdays. So you can register for either one or for both. And also, you also get a link to the replay. Just in case you cannot attend the live webinar, there's a replay link. So you can click the replay link and you can watch it at your own convenience. In addition to that, you also get an invitation to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and also more information about the business. So let's see who are the hosts and panelists for tonight's live webinar.
Okay, so if you're ready to take that leap of faith, you can register on any of the websites on the screen and assist the live webinar tonight. If you can't assist during this time, don't worry, you can always register and we will send you the replay. So our host tonight is Guy. She's a regional manager for home and renovation company. We also have Stephanie. She's a healthcare administrator. Carol is a healthcare social worker. And Melissa is an enforced policy specialist and digital entrepreneur.
All right. We also have Kubarat as a healthcare administrator, Ritu, hospitality industry, Nicholas and Charity, business analytic and data analytic, and Pauline, she's a nurse. So, guys, the only thing you have to do is register in any of our website and you will get access to this live webinar. And remember, if you're not able to watch it, don't worry. We send you the replay. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, but today is February 20, 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST.
Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Savel. Also, the replay link has subtitles in any languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. And what is our topic for next Thursday? Who wants us to read it?
So next Thursday, we're going to have a new topic for you: why anyone can thrive in the digital business role. You don't want to miss it. Come and join us, and you will learn how you too can start your own digital business.
Sandy, before we finish, I just want to I just remember they have a phrase on my book, as I always talk about things, write it down on the book, that say, your dream life won't happen by accident. It happens when you decided to go after it. The choice is yours. So make the choice today and register, and we contact you and talk to you what your next step.
Yes. Thank you for sharing, Jesse. Um, so we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us. Thank you for all your comments, for your emojis, and for being, here with us. And for those watching the replay, also thank you for watching the replay. Um, to our followers, we want to say thank you for being part of our journey with us and for believing in us and for all your engagement with our content. For those who doesn't follow us, if you can follow us like here on the top, and you can get to know us a little bit more of who we are and what type of content do we post and more information about the online business opportunity that we are showing you. In addition to that, what was I going to say?
You can register on the link.
um, I guess, well, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thursday.
Thursday.
And for those who are on Friday, happy and blessed Friday. And yeah, and happy and blessed weekend ahead because we are only one day away for the weekend. So don't forget to, if you want to learn more how you can start your online business, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation. So thank you everyone for watching and spending your time here with us today. I hope that this topic today has been an inspiration to you, some education, for some of the things that we mentioned, and that you feel connected with our stories because we were on the same side that you are. We were before on the other side of you. Now we are on this side, so we see things in a different perspective. And now we want to be able to show you that you are also able to do that, to have a different lifestyle for you and your family. So but you
And
just sorry, go
also
ahead.
help us spread the word by sharing this content with other people. That way they can see and learn more about this opportunity.
Yes. So if you feel like you don't need this, that's fine. But if you know someone that might need some help, to have an extra income, you can share the content with that person. Yeah, because sharing is caring. So we are here to share our experience, to share our knowledge, and to learn from each other. So if you have any experience that you want to share with us, also put it in the comment. We are happy to read it, and I'm sure like someone will also get inspired by your story. Saying that, we want to wish everyone again a happy and blessed Friday and Thursday,
Thursday.
and God bless you all, and thank you for watching again, and until the next episode of the
Latin
Latin
voices.
voices.
Para pam pam.
Bye everyone, thank you for
Bye
watching.
everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye.